Being discarded can be a painful, often confusing stage in the cycle of a relationship with a narcissist. After initially idealizing you and then devaluing you, the narcissist eventually moves to the discard phase. During this stage, they abruptly end the relationship or distances themselves, leaving their partner emotionally shattered. What makes this process even more devastating is that the narcissist typically discards people in cruel and manipulative ways. In this video, we're going to talk about 5 common ways the narcissist discards us. Let us know in the comments if you have experienced any of these situations, or if you were discarded by the narcissist in a different way. The first method is one of the most common ways narcissists discard their partners, which is through the silent treatment. Instead of openly communicating that they are ending the relationship, they simply stop engaging with you. They might cut off contact without any explanation, leaving you in a state of confusion and emotional turmoil. The silent treatment can last for days, weeks, or even permanently, depending on how the narcissist wishes to punish or control you. The silent treatment serves several purposes for them. First, it allows them to maintain control by suddenly withdrawing all forms of communication, leaving us guessing, wondering what we did wrong, whilst trying to fix the situation. Our confusion gives the narcissist a sense of power as we scramble to re-establish contact or figure out the problem. Additionally, the silent treatment reinforces the narcissist's belief in their superiority. By ignoring us, it can send us the message that they are too important or busy to be bothered with petty issues like relationships. The emotional impact of the silent treatment can be significant. We often feel abandoned, rejected, and dehumanized. Our heart is broken, our confidence is shattered, our head is confused, and our hopes for the future have been darkened. We may go through stages of self-blame, wondering if we could have done something differently to prevent the discard. This internal turmoil gives the narcissist the upper hand, as it can leave us emotionally weakened and vulnerable, making it easier for the narcissist to discard us without consequence. The second way a narcissist can discard us is through sudden and unexpected abandonment. This form of discard happens with little to no warning. One day, everything seems normal, and the next day, the narcissist is gone. Physically, emotionally, or both. This might involve suddenly leaving the relationship, moving out, or even ghosting us entirely. The narcissist may end the relationship without providing any reason, leaving us feeling blindsided. Sudden abandonment is often a tactic the narcissist uses when they have found a new source of narcissistic supply. Once they have secured a new partner or source of validation, they no longer need the old relationship and will often discard it without a second thought. To the narcissist, relationships are transactional, and once they feel they have drained all the emotional energy from someone, they discard them to move on to a fresh source of supply. The emotional fallout from sudden abandonment can be severe. Because the discard happens so abruptly, the person being left behind may feel like the relationship was ripped away without any closure. This lack of closure creates feelings of helplessness and devastation, as we are left to process the ending of the relationship without any understanding of why it ended so suddenly. Narcissists like to leave their partners with unresolved feelings, knowing that the confusion and heartbreak will make it harder for us to move on. They want to leave the door open for future hoovering when their supply runs dry elsewhere. Some narcissists take their discard to a more malicious level by using public humiliation to sever the relationship. This third way of discarding involves intentionally embarrassing or demeaning their partner in front of others, making the discard not only painful but also humiliating. Public humiliation can take many forms, including spreading rumors, revealing private or personal information, or mocking their partner's insecurities or flaws in front of friends, family, or even on social media. Narcissists use public humiliation as a way to assert dominance and ensure that we as their partners feel as powerless as possible during the discard. By devaluing us in front of others, they reinforce their own superiority and reduce the likelihood that we will be able to challenge them or seek support from mutual friends or acquaintances. Public humiliation also serves as a way for the narcissist to rewrite the narrative of the relationship. By framing us as flawed or undeserving, The narcissist can justify the discard in the eyes of others and ensure that they appear to be the victim or the one in control. Public humiliation is one of the most emotionally damaging forms of discard. Not only are we left to deal with the loss of the relationship, but we must also contend with the shame and embarrassment of being publicly belittled. This can lead to feelings of isolation, as it can have us withdrawing from our social circles out of fear of judgment or further humiliation. The fourth way the narcissist may discard is by the use of gaslighting and emotional manipulation. Narcissists are masters of emotional manipulation, and they often use gaslighting as part of the discard process. Gaslighting is a tactic where the narcissist makes us question our own reality, memory, or perceptions. During the discard phase, they may use gaslighting to convince us that the breakup is entirely our fault or that our relationship never really mattered to begin with. For example, the narcissist might rewrite the history of the relationship, downplaying any positive moments and amplifying negative ones. They may tell us things like, "I never really loved you," or "You're the one who ruined everything," even if we had no role in the relationship's downfall. By distorting the truth and making us doubt ourselves, they try to ensure that we are left feeling responsible for the breakup. This type of emotional manipulation is particularly damaging because it can erode our sense of self-worth and reality. We might even start believing their version of events, internalizing feelings of guilt, shame, and inadequacy, taking on all the emotions, the blame, and accountability that actually belongs to the narcissist. Gaslighting can make it difficult for us to trust our own judgment, leaving us emotionally weakened and more susceptible to further manipulation or mistreatment. The fifth, and perhaps the most common and painful way a narcissist discards someone is by replacing them with a new partner almost immediately. They are often quick to move on after a discard because they have already lined up a new source of narcissistic supply. Their new partner is typically idealized in the same way that the narcissist once idealized you, and they may go to great lengths to flaunt their new relationship in front of you or on social media. This replacement discard serves several purposes for the narcissist. First, it allows them to avoid the emotional fallout of the breakup. By jumping into a new relationship, they can avoid any feelings of loss or accountability, as they have already distracted themselves with a fresh source of attention and admiration. Secondly, replacing us in this way reinforces the narcissist's sense of superiority. By quickly finding someone new, they demonstrate that they are desirable and can easily move on, while leaving us feeling discarded and replaceable. But for us, this type of discard is often the most painful. Not only are we left to cope with the end of the relationship, but we are also confronted with the reality that we have been replaced. This can lead to feelings of jealousy, inadequacy, and deep emotional pain, as we grapple with the idea that we were simply a disposable part of the narcissist's life. The narcissistic discard is a profoundly damaging experience, not only because of the ending of the relationship, but also because of the cruel and manipulative ways narcissists carry it out. Whether through the silent treatment, sudden abandonment, public humiliation, gaslighting, or replacing us with someone new, they discard people in ways that maximize emotional pain whilst minimizing their own accountability. Understanding these tactics can help us recognize the narcissistic discard for what it is: simply a reflection of the narcissist's own emotional dysfunction. It is not a reflection of our self-worth. Please take steps to heal and move forward from the trauma if you have been affected by the narcissist discard. If you enjoyed this video and it was helpful to you in any way, please support us by liking this video, commenting, and subscribing to the channel. Thank you.